I am Chief Petty Officer Stephen Scott Shropshire, the United States Navy. I entered the active duty service for the United States Navy in February of 1988. I attended boot camp in Great Lakes, Illinois, where I was the damage control petty officer for my company. Upon completing basic training, I jumped on a bus to Naval Air Station Millington, Tennessee, and attended Air Traffic Control A School, followed by Air Traffic Control C School. Graduated from C School in August of 1988. From there I was assigned to Pre-Commissioning Detachment WASP, LHD-1. While assigned to the Pre-Commissioning Detachment, I attended various schools, including Helicopter Direction Center, Amphibious Warfare, the ATSI-DARE, which was a new system just brought online for the LHD program, and I also attended Search and Rescue School for rescue swimmer. Did several TAD, temporary duty assignments, at various air stations and ships, the USS Nassau, Naval Air Station Oceana, and Naval Air Test Center, Patuxent River. That was my active duty tours in the nutshell. And then I was discharged from the Navy 6 months early. I made a promise to my father that I would get my education. So I applied to the Virginia Military Institute to matriculate with the class of 1996. I was accepted. I applied for an early discharge, which was approved by the Bureau of Navy Personnel. So I was discharged 6 months early, matriculated at the Virginia Military Institute 2 days later, gave me a nice whopping summer vacation, and received my Bachelor of Science degree in Civil Engineering from VMI in December of 1996. While I was at VMI, I was getting a lot of Army training and missed the Navy. The Sergeant Major and I had a good time with saluting in PT gear. So I re-affiliated back with the Navy in March of 1995. Poor college student, couldn't afford that drive to Norfolk, so I looked at the closest reserve center to VMI, which was at the time Navy Reserve Center Roanoke. Looked at the commands that are assigned to Roanoke and chose to cross-rate the bosun's mate, and I was subsequently assigned to Amphibious Construction Battalion 2, Detachment 106 in Roanoke. I have been with ACB 2 for the last 16 years. I've held various positions as started out as a training petty officer at the company level. Coming as I progressed through the ranks, so did my responsibilities. Became a company commander as a second-class petty officer for Bravo Company, which is your waterfront, your bosun mates and your enginemen. Then I was promoted to Chief Petty Officer in September of 2005, of which I was assigned as the Senior Enlisted Leader and Assistant Officer in Charge for Amphibious Construction Battalion 2, Det 107 in Raleigh, North Carolina. After a couple years, 3 years in Raleigh, I was transferred to ACB 2 Detachment 206 at headquarters, where I was taking on the role as the incoming officer in charge for Detachment 206. 3 months into that job, I was brought on to active duty for training orders. For 2 years, I was assigned to Joint Task Force Summit through the Innovative Readiness Training program out of the Office of the Assistant Secretary of Defense for Reserve Affairs. I was the horizontal construction chief, and the mission was to train Air Force Red Horse and Prime Beef, Marine Corps combat engineers, Army combat engineers, and Navy Seabees in heavy equipment operation and the principles and practices of construction engineering. I just returned home 3 weeks ago from that assignment.
Welcome home.
So I've working on settling back into my civilian career.